All right, so this week we've been working on lessons 1.4 and 1.5. And so we're going to finish up lesson 1.5 today. 1.4 was the quiz that everybody needed to take. So we should already be done with 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, and we're working on 1.5 today. And yesterday we should have started it. So, okay, so this is just a reminder on how you get to math. You can click down here on your lesson shortcuts, or you can come up to the top of the page under courses and click the little arrow and come down to Math Summit 5, and you'll see a list of the lessons and whether you are completed with those or not. Okay. Remember to keep your chat appropriate, or I'm gonna have to take it away. Okay. There are exit tickets at the end of each lesson, and that kind of shows me how you're doing. Okay, it lets me know whether you've got the concept or not. Most of these lessons kind of repeated, so we just kind of practice a bunch of different ones. 1.3 we did on Monday and Tuesday. Okay, and so this was some of the practice that we did. Finish that up. Okay, here we talked yesterday. They were actually having you read a sentence in words and change that into a numerical expression. Okay, and so then you were supposed to go take the quiz. So we need to make sure we finish that quiz this week, and you can retake it to get a better score, okay? You can retake it to get a better score. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so today, lesson 1.5 is going to be talking about actually doing the opposite. So before they gave you words and they wanted you to write the mathematical expression, now they're going to give you a mathematical expression and they're going to ask you to write the expression using words. So you're going to get some more practice with this. But what helps to do that, whoops, somebody's starting a screen share. I'm going to go through and mix that really quick here. We got to go back to our playlist. Okay, I'm going to turn that off because I need you guys to be able to follow along here. Okay, so let's go back to the page we wanted. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm going to get a text box, and it helps to know what words could be used for addition in a mathematical sentence. So let me start this out. So one of the ones that always comes to mind, I remember when I was a kid, the sum of. If something said the sum of, I knew that that problem was going to be addition. Okay. What else? What other words? You can type in the chat. I'm hoping that we get to do this today. Type in the chat. You can type in the chat. What other words could mean addition in a word problem? Can you think of other words that could mean addition that maybe are clue words that it might be an addition problem? You can type in the chat bar. I'm looking to see. It's okay, Carlos. So Carlos, we're talking about words that could mean addition. Keywords, right? Decreased by would be actually subtraction, but increased by would be addition, right? Okay, added to. Somebody said plus. What would be a keyword? Yes, that's what I'm asking, Jocelyn. So keywords that maybe in a math word problem that would indicate that it's addition. This kind of helps us figure some of those problems out, right? So let me see. Oh, I know, I've got one. More than. Different means that you should subtract. Okay, different means that you should subtract, sorry. How about increase? Yes. I have that there. What about the total of? If it's asking for the total, right. Excellent. Charlie's got it up there before I finish typing it. The total of would indicate that that would be addition. Okay. Here's a couple of ones that sum. Yes. I'm going to put that up there, just the sum, right? A couple that people don't think about is longer than or older than. Usually if they're talking about age or size or bigger than, they're often talking about addition, okay? All right, we're gonna move on to subtraction over here, and I'm gonna put, Charlie's already made a comment about difference, okay? Difference of, okay, reduced by, excellent, I love that, reduced by would be subtraction. Shorter than instead of longer than, shorter than, I think somebody typed longer than, but they meant shorter than. Shorter than, less than, that's a really common one, good job, less than, absolutely. We've got, how about decreased? That's one we see a lot, decreased. Subtracted from, minus, right? I've seen that one before. We've got reduced by, difference, that one's up there. Shorter than, take away. Some people use take away, but usually it's not in a word problem. Usually it's not in a word problem that you get. We're talking about keywords that they usually put in word problems that kind of indicate that it's subtract to us. Maybe younger than. So if they're saying that somebody's younger than so-and-so, usually that's an indication that you're going to subtract. Mrs. Bone, are we doing okay? Can you hear? Yes, Jocelyn. Sorry. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that like I didn't lose you from the from the chat. So. Okay. All right. You can see me. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to move on. Guys, all of these are keywords, and they're going to go over this in 1.5 if you haven't started it yet, and I think most of us haven't. Okay. This has to unpopulate. Sorry. Okay. So this is not correct. That was division. That was subtraction. It kept it. My PowerPoint seemed to be trying to populate in different pages, which is kind of weird, but okay. So multiplication times, that's the first one, right? Charlize, oh, thank you so much. If it says if you get a problem that says 1/2 of 30, it means you multiply. It means you multiply. No, division, we're not doing division right yet. We're doing multiplication, okay? So what words could indicate multiplication? Product of, right? We talked about when they say the product of 6 and 7, what they mean is multiply those, what's the answer? Okay. Of times, sometimes they just say multiplied by. Here's one that people don't think of too much. If they say twice or double something, they mean to multiply by 2. Okay. Twice or double means times 2, right? We don't think about that often, but truly that's what that can mean. Okay. And I'm actually gonna take this, and I'm hoping to highlight this. My box just disappeared from me. Okay. So twice or double means times 2. There we go. Okay. It froze there for a second for me. Okay. So what about multiply by? Okay. Multiply by. Combine equal groups. If they say combine equal groups of something, generally they mean multiply. Okay, they mean multiply. Yep. Okay, so now we're going to do division. We're going to talk about division for a couple of minutes here. Oh, it's not giving me my text box. My computer's being a little bit slow. Okay, come on. There we go. All right, so division. Division, quotient, good job. Well, you guys are rocking this, quotient. Divided by, right? Somebody said that earlier, I think it was Dominic. How about if they say something like share evenly with? Dividend is usually, yeah, you're usually, that's a hint that there's going to be division in there someplace, okay? Dividend or divisor, okay?